Giving a voice to those who don't have one. Governor Mark Dayton's task force was formed to strengthen child care protection services and heard public concern today in Little Falls about how the system has failed. Our Scott Sheehan has more.
Let's do the job.
The governor's appointed task force created to strengthen our child protection system was doing just that today in Little Falls. The task force co-chair Lucinda Jensen says they need to give child care county workers more training, more supervision, and more resources to best take care of every child.
While we save and protect thousands of children every year, there's some we're failing. And so we need to do a better job, and the task force has already identified a number of ways we can do this, and there'll be a final report by the end of March.
The task force says Minnesota is failing children by not protecting them all. They say they have to change how they process recommendations and accusations in child abuse cases.
The area of child protection is the most closeted, secret part of government that I'm aware of overall, besides some of national security. And so we have very little openness about what happens in the system and what happens to children and families. Therefore, very little accountability. And we have the public who cares very much about children in our society, who are financing this system that they're told they can't know anything about.
Along with creating better strategies to protect our kids, it's the task force job to be the voice for those kids who don't have one.
Also remember that the largest amount of neglect that we have is the 0 to 3-year-olds. So we're really speaking on their behalf because they don't have much of a voice. When you're a 16-month-old, you can't bring them to a task force and have them necessarily tell all the things that they're working on or all the difficulties they're going through. So it's just one of the hardships that we have is we have to look through their lens, which is very, very difficult.
The public meeting wrapped up with 3 local men sharing their stories of child abuse and how the child protection system has failed them. Scott Sheehan, Lakeland News.
Representative Ron Krisha organized today's hearing at the Initiative Foundation in Little Falls. For more information about how to send your input or feedback, you can visit Lakeland News Facebook page.
If you've enjoyed this segment of Lakeland News, please consider making a tax-deductible contribution to Lakeland Public Television.